Thank you for watching my video on YouTube. Please subscribe, like, and share. It'll really help me. Check out my Safe Yoga School at safeyogaschool.com. If you're inclined, please Venmo me a donation so I can keep making these videos. And once you're comfortably seated, we will begin a breath technique, which is a great way to start out any day, but particularly if you're starting out a new year. And this breath technique is meant to bring us balance between both sides, left and right, as well as mental, physical balance and our health. So I've simplified this technique. If you want to participate, you can. If not, no worries, do your own breathing. Otherwise, take your dominant hand thumb and place it gently against the right nostril. We'll breathe in and out through the left nostril only. If your left side's clogged, you can pull it to the side and up a little, the cheek to the side and up, and that usually helps open the sinus. Long, deep breath through the left side. This side represents moon, coolness, being soft, relaxing, restoring, rejuvenating. Feel the air in your left side nostril. On your next exhale, release that and breathe through both nostrils, coming back to the middle. And we'll continue. We'll take the same side, dominant hand, and place it on the left nostril. Breathe just through the right side. This is always my clogged side, so it helps to pull the cheek over and up a little to breathe through the right nostril. This is the energy of the sun. All of our New Year's resolutions or goals, activity, doing, changing, new ideas, new thoughts. Feel the air in your right nostril. On your next exhale, release the air in the right nostril. Breathe through both nostrils. So this technique also represents being in the middle, being balanced with action and non-action, being closer to your spinal column, the middle of our body. Take a breath of gratitude for yourself for being here to create some balance in your body and your mind. We're grateful for each person here today. And we're grateful for being in a safe place. And as we get ready to do postures, just a reminder, you can always say no whenever you want to say no to anything I suggest. If it doesn't fit your body, please find something else to do that does fit your body. No pressure, no competition. We'll start on that right side leg. Most of us are right side dominant. And that right side can get really tight, or if you're left side dominant, the left side will be really tight. Well, holding your right leg out at about 45 degrees, let's reach our left arm away. You can look up at that left hand, feel the neck, and then watch the hand come all the way overhead toward your right little toe. Look underneath your right little toe, down at the floor. Then look up slowly, leaning your top shoulder back under the top underarm. Now you could stay anywhere in that radius. So you might want to be coming forward a little more. Feel your hip, feel your back. Or you might want to be leaning back a little more. Slowly come back out. We'll stop in the middle, so we'll bring both legs down the center. Shake off both legs. And this practice that we're doing today, it's a short practice. You can do it in a chair. If you're at a chair at a desk, or you can do it on the floor. Don't really need a yoga mat. You could have a towel or anything that's going to work for you. From here, we'll place our hands next to our hips for staff pose. We'll press gently into the floor and lengthen the spine. Try to imagine it could grow longer from the crown of the head and then out through the tailbone. Find a nice lengthening of the spine. Almost going to lift yourself up off the floor. Then release the pushing with the arms. Sometimes that can get our wrists, so roll those wrists out. Inhale, reach high. Come forward with a straight spine as far as possible. Reach, reach, reach. And when the spine won't stay straight anymore, allow yourself to round down. Hitting the toes is not the goal. The goal is to feel the back of your body. So feel the back of your toes, bottom of your feet, back of the knees, through the gluteal muscle, and up both sides of your spine, left and right, and then to the base of the skull. And feel your body starting to relax a little more with each breath through the nose. And on the next exhale, move into that left side energy. Just let everything soften. Moon side energy. And from this soft place, start to sit up. Then we'll draw our right leg towards us. Swing the left leg out at about 45 degrees. Let's reach our right arm overhead. Slowly come across the straight leg towards that little toe. Look down past your little toe. Then slowly come back a little, look up at the hand in the sky. And see where it would benefit your body the most to stop along that route. You could be all the way down for the foot, or you could be way up here in the sky. Each exhale, ask your body to relax some more. Especially at the beginning of practice, if your mind is racing, ask it to take a break. It's time for the mind to clock out for a few minutes so we can focus on our body. Slowly rise to come up to seated again. We'll bring both feet to meet in the middle. Good for our hips, good for our shoulders, good for our neck. Drop the knees, drop the shoulders. So we'll inhale, raise the shoulders, raise the knees. Exhale, lower everything down, hips and shoulders and neck. Let's inhale, lift, squeeze. Exhale, lower, lower, lower. Pilates butterfly with cobbler's pose. On the next exhale, sit up tall. You can pull on the shins, you can pick up your feet. But think about being in the middle right now. Our hands are in the middle, our feet are in the middle, closer to our spine where we find our balance. Imagine two gentle hands pressing gently on the knees, bringing the hips a little further apart, getting rid of that inner thigh abductor tension from sitting a lot. And now we'll take this very active pose where we're sitting up straight, making the knees go down, and turn it into more of a passive moon side, left side pose, simply by sliding the feet a little further away, but keep letting the feet talk to each other, and then softening down and around. And if you've been in my class, you know I'm not a big fan of being still for too long. So if anything tells you, hey, would you move this, or would you creak that, or would you shrug here, please do that. We don't need to be statues in yoga. These are living, breathing bodies. So feel free. It might want you to just be still, but usually it's telling you where you need to move. And then as you're ready, we'll start to slowly sit up, bring the feet a little closer. Before we let the feet go away, reach down, grab your toes, and gently pull all your toes back towards the top of the feet. They don't get a stretch enough. Then we'll come into a seated splits. So as you release your feet, bring the legs as wide apart as they'll go. You may need to scoot yourself back a little or sit up tall. If you're on a chair, be at the front edge of the chair. Just be careful of slipping out of the chair. Press lightly on the floor or the legs to sit up tall, lengthen through the neck, crown of the head. Draw in a nice big breath. On an exhale, begin to walk yourself forward. Stop. Inhale away from the earth. Everyone's looking good. Straight spine. Exhale, walk a little bit further. Let everything go soft. Then inhale, push on the floor again one more time. Sit up straight, straightening the back. Exhale, round the back. Drop the head, look down. Stay there, but just let your feet tick-tock in and out a little, feeling the different parts of your hips. We had a request to focus on hips today. Feel those hips. And let's walk over to the right leg. Come down the right leg only. We'll pick up the left arm and feel like the left arm's pulling you up, 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 and over to the left leg. Bring both hands down the left leg. Then bring the right arm up and let the right arm start to pull you back up. We'll reach both arms up. Star pose, lean back like you're going to fall back, but don't. Push through the feet, reach through your arms. Very active pose. Imagine you're going to try to stand up from the floor or the chair here, so you would engage your glutes, inner thighs are stretching. Push through your feet, reach through those arms. Big stretch. Draw in a big breath when ready, and let's let go of this breath with an open mouth sigh. Coming back up, we'll swing both legs over and around behind us to come into tabletop all fours. If you're in a chair, you can just sit up straight, put your hands on your knees. So this pose, this sequence actually represents that idea of finding balance, which most of us need every day, but especially at the beginning of a new year. So as we look up to cow, We raise the head, we raise the tailbone. And you could say that the cow is a more active pose, more of a right side pose, a sun pose. Take some extra energy. All your back muscles are contracted, shoulder blades are sliding down the back, low back is engaged. One more breath in cow. Then on your next exhale, we'll find a softer, more moon pose in cat. Round your back. You're pushing a little bit with the hands, but we really want to be lifting from that middle spine. Feel like your middle spine right below the shoulder blades could lift all the way up to the ceiling. One more breath in cat. And then we'll move back and forth. We're balancing the front of our body with the back of our body. So inhale, cow, exhale, cat. A lot of times we think of balance just being left and right, but we also need front, back, top, bottom. 2 more on your own. And when you're ready, coming into neutral spine, we'll bring the knees as wide apart as they'll go. Sit back, walk the hands forward, relax the upper body. Bring your forehead towards your mat. Or if you're in a chair, bring the palms of the feet together, hands to your knees. Just let your chin fall into your chest. This is a very big hip opener, so let's focus on those hips. As you walk the arms forward, lift the elbows. We'll come up a little bit from our legs, and we'll rock over to the right side, draw a half circle, and then circle back and around over to that left side, moon side. Creaking, popping, even some snapping in the joint is okay, as long as there's no pain. If it's uncomfortable, that's alright, but if it feels wrong for your body, just say no. Otherwise, draw a couple more circles. If you feel this too much on the inner knees, just bring your knees a little closer. Feel those hips. Once you're balanced on both sides, we'll come to the middle for a bigger pose. So our knees are still out wide like child's pose. And some of these are not for everybody. You can do dolphin, or you can do swan off of your wrist. You could be down here and just try to lift up your feet behind you and get the feet to touch. Or you could be up here really high with straight arms and lift up those feet as you drop your hips. Be mindful of your low back here. Whenever we get into bigger poses, if they're new to you, just try them. If your body says no, honor your body. And we'll walk it back. And we'll come up to full tabletop. And sit back for a second. Shake off your wrist. Back to table. Wrist, elbow, shoulder stacked. Knees under hips. And we'll make this about our shoulders. So start to circle from table, taking the attention away from the hips, bringing it up to your shoulders. And when you're ready, come back to the center. And nod your head, yes. And then we'll shake our head, no. Before walking our hands a little forward from table, so the hands wind up just in front of your shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift your knees like we were going to do a push-up. Then press back, downward dog, leaving your feet about 1 foot's distance apart. Send your hips high. Press the heels towards touching, but they don't have to touch. The knees are not locked out, they're just a small micro bend. Focus on lower body, bend the right knee. Then switch. Bend left knee, straighten right leg. Then back to the middle, look under right arm. Look under left arm. Coming back to the middle, start to walk up towards your hands. Take your time. At the feet, stretch your spine long. So our hands are on the shins or the floor. Rock back into your hips, almost like you are going to sit back. Let your toes almost come up off the mat. Then think about that staff pose we did where our hands were by the hips when we were sitting down. And do the sixth spinal action, lengthening through the head and out through the tailbone. Encouraging some spinal freedom here. On your next long exhale, slowly round your back forward fold. Look back through the legs, chin tucked in. Straighten one leg all the way, other knee bends. Then switch, forward fold, then one knee, straighten the other leg. Then keep both knees bent as we start to come up to standing pose. Look up through the hands for that little back bend, finding the arch in your back like we did with cow pose. Drop your shoulders down your back. Lift your chin. Slowly bring hands to the heart. Pause in the middle. Sushumna is the center channel of energy. Picture a straw around your whole spine from top to bottom. A clear glass straw or column of clear white balancing energy. We remind ourselves with this focus that we are in control of the balance in our lives. Sometimes it feels like life is in control of us, but how we react to life is where we find our own personal control. So if we're super busy, we schedule some time to sit and rest, or be out in nature if you're indoors all day, or vice versa. If you're been soft for a while, like I have been over the holidays, then get out and be really active. So let's find the very balancing sun salutation. We'll inhale, reach the arms up and overhead, look up through the hands, send the weight into the ball of the feet, feeling that arch in the front of your body. And exhale, soft knees as we start to come forward and down, rounding our back, looking back through the feet towards the back of the mat or chair. Inhale, halfway lift, gently pressing on your shins or floor to straighten spine. Exhale, round the back, look back through the legs. Inhale, circle, press through feet as you rise to come up to standing. Looking up through those hands, find that back bend. Exhale, namaste, hands at the heart. Take a breath for yourself. Now let's think about that idea of balancing as we go through another one. So we'll inhale, back bend, which is a front of the body stretch. Exhale, round the back, back of the body stretch. Inhale, halfway up, we're balancing the head and the hips, so top and bottom. Next, exhale, round the back, stretch the back of the body. Inhale all the way up, slowly stretch the front of the body. And back to hands at the heart. Take a breath and we'll do some left-right balancing. Cross your thumbs for a grip with your hands, or a temple grip where you interlace your fingers, all of the fingers except for the pointy ones. So we'll come up with those hands gripped tightly, so no space between your palms. The feet are as close as possible. Inhale in the middle, exhale up and over to the left, but look to the right, and try to keep the shoulders stacked here. Pull a little with your bottom arm, reach, 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 and inhale right through the middle, pause, exhale up and over to the other side. If your arms are going a little tingly, that's fine, as long as there's no pain. Pull with your right arm this time, look a little to the left. And we'll inhale, come right back to the center for a back bend, a bigger back bend. Rock into the ball of the feet, lift up through that heart, reach the arms back, go back. Slowly bring the hands back to the heart. Resting mountain, drop your arms at your side. Close your eyes. Feel your body. Stay focused, slow breath. Feel the top of your body. Feel the bottom feet. Feel the left side of your body, left foot, hand, left side of the spine. Feel the right side of the body, right foot, hand, right side of the spine. And now feel the middle, like that beam on the teeter-totter at the playground, or a scale where we weigh grain or money. That beam right in the center is strong and solid. Focus on staying in the middle, your Sushumna, center channel of energy. Stay here and feel the energy pulsing up and down, left and right, and front and back as long as you would like. Or make your way to the mat to lie down for Shavasana, or a nice relaxing seated pose. Namaste. Thanks for watching my video, subscribing, liking, and sharing. And if you're motivated to donate, at Venmo, at Trainer Troy Yoga.